Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dr. Music Podcast. Thank you to my return visitors, and a special thank you to the subscribers. I appreciate you so much. It gives me the opportunity to bring you great guests like the one I have today. I have Miss Liv Kristine with me today. She has been the defining voice behind bands like Theater of Tragedy and Leaves Eyes, and she has given us a huge amount of music as a solo artist as well. She has been a special guest on a large number of songs from other artists, of course, receiving a Grammy nomination for her work with Cradle of Filth. Liv has a brand new solo record, her seventh solo release. I just can't believe that, called Amor Vincit Omnia, and it comes out April 25th on Metalville Records. Liv, always great to have you. It's great to see you.
Scott, thank you from the heart. Thank you for having me once again. And it's always an honor and pleasure to see and hear you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Amor Vincit Omnia. I instantly am reminded, and this is, I have a bit of an art background. I was reminded of the Caravaggio painting. And maybe one of the few, but uh, and the new photos I see with the record, just gorgeous.
You.
Especially the blue shawl with the head wrap and the teacup. And that reminded me of a Vermeer. The girl with pearl earring painting. Uh,
Yes.
Very much, the Renaissance Baroque period art
Mhm.
stuff. Was that something? Was that intentional? Did you want to give a nod to that? All of this, just from those things, they all came rushing to me. Very much an art uh, presentation with this. Was that intentional?
Not really. What happens is that when when we need to get our artwork done for an upcoming release or for press photos, I invite my favorite photographer, Marielle. She's from the Netherlands, and she flew over to Switzerland to stay with me, to stay with us for a weekend. And what happens when we spend time together is magical because it's always like, okay, so let's start with the white blouse and see what happens. Don't like that. Okay. Okay, well, let's try something else. And then, oh, we need something blue. We need something, oh, the light is so good in that corner. Okay. Less wrinkles. Let's do that. So we just turning this place into a studio, into a photo shooting studio,
Hmm.
and we're just having fun, and that is what happened. And Marielle is my absolute favorite photographer of all time. She's lovely, and yeah, that is what happened. And yeah, with the pearl, the girl with the pearl, with the pearl earrings, that was something that we realized as I was sitting there drinking, having my cup of tea,
I
having a
love it.
break, and she said, "Why don't you put on that blue shawl and see if that could work?" And it worked.
It
So it's
did.
yeah, many magic moments.
It did work, and it is just gorgeous. You look so beautiful, and always do, and that is just such a work of art. She really captured uh,
Yeah,
the essence there, and
she did.
it's great. It's great. Um, your music always so personal. It always feels like we get a piece of your soul,
Mm.
and that is very much the big appeal for me. I feel like you're next to me and singing to me when I listen to the record. Um, this record even deeper, I think. It perhaps a little bit darker, more gothic. Was that intentional? Did you have any intent with this record? Coming off a River of Diamonds, I know how much people love that record, but there's some happy stuff and it's a little
Mhm.
brighter.
Mhm.
This tends to be it's a deeper feeling record. It's a
Mhm.
more emotionally stirring record, lyrically
Mhm.
and musically. Um, was that intentional? Was there any intent with this record going from River of Diamonds?
Mm, It's a very good question right there because when I start working on an album, I never think about the end result. I never think about, oh, should I maybe sit down and try to produce a number one hit, for the charts? Should I? No. And I don't think about what people around me would say or what people would expect from me. And that is a kind of that is freedom. That is yeah. I feel great starting with a very open heart and a very open mind. So, which doesn't make it easy for the person composing the songs. This time it was Sasha,
Right.
my guitar player. So Sasha knows that when if he sends me 20 songs, 20 compositions, I will pick 11. He knows that. And by and by, we realized that, okay, we've had like three songs more in the gothic style. What about a faster track? What about a ballad? Do we need a piano ballad? So we kind of add stuff as we're working on the album, as the process is going on. So it's very exciting to see where the where the path is taking us. And that is the greatest thing about being a solo artist, because every solo album is different. Um, yeah, I'm actually I'm the one who should know where it comes from. I'm the one explaining the stuff to the world afterwards, explaining what I've done. I have to feel one with what I'm doing. It has to come from an authentic place, and it does.
Yep.
So I'm very lucky to work with Sasha, who's been very patient with me.
Yeah, and I saw he wrote all the music, correct?
Yeah, all the music. Yeah.
How did you decide now that wasn't the case like with River of Diamonds, correct? I mean, there was a little bit of collaboration on that. Well, how did you decide that Sasha was going to do this record?
Well, Tommy had been working, or he'd been sending songs, material for River of Diamonds for over a period of 5 years. Also, he was incredibly, endlessly patient with me. So I decided to give Tommy a break. He's got a 9 to 5 job too, and his own bands. And and then I the live musicians I've got now, the live musicians in my band, they've stayed around for quite a few years now,
Yeah.
playing my music, playing Tommy Olsson songs, theater tragedies songs, Liv's Eye songs.
Yep.
And I thought, why not see if we could involve the live band more into this process, into the creative process. So, and Sasha is actually the one who is, yeah, he's really into that stuff, into composing stuff, and he studied music. He plays quite a few instruments. So it's like if I say to Sasha, could we write a song going into this or that direction? I need this style. I need this feel of a song. He does it. So and he's the one who's got, I guess, time enough to sit down and think about what I would like to have.
Well, he did an
So
amazing job.
he
Did it?
did, he
It's
did. And I
brilliant.
think Tommy's happy with River of Diamonds, and Sasha is happy with Amor Vincit Omnia. And I'm very happy that Sasha is with me on stage too. And my live band members are also playing their instruments on the album, which makes things a little bit easier going on stage.
Yeah, yeah, they have to feel a huge part of this record.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, and it's just gorgeous. I mean, and we do get another side of you, I think, even more so. Over the course of the years, we've gotten, just about everything, and it's beautiful. It's really great. Um,
Thank you.
that writing process, did you receive the music and then write lyrics and put your voice to it, or did he do a like a scat vocal or some kind of guide vocal for you or anything like that? How did that work?
It's it's pretty clear who does what. And it's like Sasha is responsible for the instrumental version.
Mhm.
And then I have a listen, and if I feel a connection to the piece of music, then I'm going to start working on it. And I'm responsible for the melody lines and the words. Mostly the words are
Oh,
based on poems.
so when you get it, there's no voice at all.
No, nothing, nothing.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that's so clear. So that when I record my vocals here in my yoga room, when I record my vocals and send them to Sasha, it's like, oh, okay, okay. Now everything is melting together. Everything is becoming whole. And that's the feeling we want. Of course, I asked Sasha, could you just could you stretch that part because I love it so much? Or Sasha says, oh, we need another second or third voice on that part because I love it so much. That's the way we work. There is a absolutely, a transparent communication in the whole during the spin that during the whole recording and producing process. It's wonderful. So when we met in the studio, everything was clear. This is what we're doing. So we went,
Right.
song by song, and then in the end, I said, Sasha, we got. Just about an hour before I have to leave and go back to Switzerland. We met in Germany at the studio to record everything after a very long pre-production period. And I said, Sasha, could we I just feel the urge to scream. And he said, okay, do it. And then I said, could you put on a heartbeat? Just make this very dramatic. And that was Prelude, the first introductional piece of
Yeah.
music on the album. So, we can work we can sometimes we need more time, as I mentioned, a very long pre-production period to get all the songs settled and done and the way we
Yeah.
wanted them. Or we could just sit together for half an hour for 22 minutes and come up with an absolutely lovely piece of music.
That
So
isn't.
uh yeah, it's wonderful to have this very open-minded, very transparent communication.
Yeah, it's just awesome. It's a real gift. If for you to have that around, that process around you. But for us to get the end result is a real gift. Uh,
Thank you.
you have a song called 12th February
Yes.
on the record. You sing throughout the song, "Love's the essence of my existence," and at the end of the track, there's a whisper. It's the darkness that completes my true self.
Self.
Such a deep, deep song that really,
Mm,
really touched me. And tell
thank
me about
you.
those lyrics and the significance of the date.
Wow. Yeah, what happened, Scott? It was that I got that song from Sasha, and I was like, okay, I just need to finish my working day, my working week. And I couldn't wait to come home and, you know, to really spend time with this song. What
Mhm.
happened was that I went for a walk before I had set up my microphone and everything. I went for a walk through the forests here in Switzerland with my dog. And then this whole thing just came through me like a download. All these words, exactly the way you hear me singing them on 12th of February, came to me on the 12th of February 2024, somewhere in the Swiss forests with my dog. I went home, set up my microphone and GarageBand, and recorded the whole thing in 2 takes and sent everything to Sasha. And it's a really, really deep song. You're right. And what happened was that it was kind of a vision of a personal realization that turned into a mantra. I'm saying these words every day. When I wake up in the morning before my cup of coffee, I say these words. It's my own mantra. And it's about accepting the darkness, the demons inside you, and the angels,
Yeah,
accepting both the broken and the beauty in life, the demons and the angels. You're both. You can't be just one or the other.
absolutely.
Both. Try to create balance in your life by accepting this. So then also accepting, which means accepting the darkness.
Right.
Because running after happiness and always, like, oh, I'm going to be so happy if I could just. No, you have to have a look at the darkness within you. And then the darkness actually completes your true self in the end.
Right.
And that was such a beautiful, deep going realization for me as a human being, understanding what I'm doing here in my lifetime on planet Earth.
And that's exactly how it touched me. And I totally understood that song. And I fill up now. When I listen to it, it was so an emotional experience. That it just very much touched me. Um, Tell me about the inspiration behind Melange. With the subtitle of When Addiction Calls. Another one that it was. I wondered about that and the inspiration behind that.
That's so beautiful. You're mentioning Melange because that track came after 12th of February. That was another one. It just okay, Sasha sent me something, and I'm like, okay, download. And the thing is, I was having a cup of coffee in my kitchen, and then I heard it, and I thought, yeah, I guess I need to finish my cup of coffee first, and then I'll sit down and write my lyrics. It's addiction in a positive frequency, right? Having your cup of coffee
Right, right. Like you do
first thing in the
every day,
morning.
right?
Yes, yes. So melange is actually coffee with a lot of milk, and it's I love this French stuff too, and that's one of the things I'm still going to study. I would really want to learn how to speak French, and I did this in one earlier. On one earlier song, Paris, Paris, I did that, and I just love it. And I thought, oh, it has this vibe to it, and I'm trying to. I'm singing about addiction, also love addiction, which can be a very dangerous place to be at, especially if if you think you're dependent on anybody else loving you so that you can love yourself. That's the wrong direction. You have to love yourself first, and then everything else will manifest and happen and unfold when it comes to love and relationship and relations. But in this way, I'm saying, okay, love can be a dangerous place to be, but please enjoy your coffee. That's okay.
Right.
I'm taking different perspectives on addiction.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, that one, just it's intriguing, it's mysterious, in the way it's written. And there's so much you can draw from it.
Thank you.
Yeah, just great. The title track for the album. Your husband Michael joins you. Uh
yeah.
he does the beast vocal. You got the Beauty and the
Mhm.
Beast vocal style that you just pioneered long ago. The Theater of
Yeah.
Tragedy thing came to mind, of course. Uh, did it feel
Yeah.
like something from the Theater of Tragedy catalog for you? Or did you feel like you were going back to that time a little bit?
I felt that this composition, being an instrumental composition, at first I felt that it was screaming for some dark vocals. I felt that it really needed some contrast in the the whole vocal setup. So I recorded my vocals first, and then I recorded myself growling, doing those vocals, and I thought, no, I need somebody else to do it. And Michael just passed my yoga room and he heard me growling and he said, "Do you want me to do that?" I said, "Yeah, you try to do that and see how it goes." And he loved it. And it's Michael is not a band member. He's just the very extra guest appearance person. So when we're on stage, we sometimes do play old theater of tragedy songs, Tanster Schatten, Venus Siren, and then I invite Michael to come and do that on stage. And once I did it without telling him, I just said, "I need you, Michael, to come on stage and sing Tanster Schatten." And he did. So he feels so free. He never thinks about what other people would say and think about his appearance. He just does it because he loves it. And that's what I love about it. So it's better this way. Michael is not a band member. He's just a very special extra guest.
Absolutely, he's special. This is just a beautiful. It's a great song, and I loved getting that, hearkening back to those days. And
Yeah.
I see in 23 and 24, 2024, your work with Theater of Tragedy,
Mhm.
reissued on CD and vinyl, and even some cassette, uh, with bonus tracks and things like
Mhm.
that. So, and I see that, some band members you're communicating with in some of your posts. Um, People are asking, is there any
Mhm.
possibility of doing anything under that name? A reunion of sort.
Mhm.
Do you
I
ever
would
see?
love to.
Yeah.
I would love to. I would say yes immediately. But everybody has to say yes, a big, really, really big yes. And there's one person who's really not interested at the moment, being occupied with family and kids, and I get that. We all get that.
Yeah.
But just having that communication and meeting up, of course, there will be more meetings and meet at the pub downtown Stavanger for a couple of beers with my former band members. That's something I'm looking forward to. And you never know what happens, right? I mean, everybody has stressful periods in their life where you have to say no to stuff. But then maybe later, who knows? But I would say yes immediately because I love that chapter of my life and I've missed it. I've really missed it.
That's so great to hear. I love hearing that. It's just, when you can look back and be happy about what you did and the people that you were with, and that's just, that's really great. And I know the fans are going to love hearing that, for sure. Now you've done so many sessions with so many artists. I just had Charlotte Vessels on,
Yeah.
with Delane. You did the song with them, and then the Doro song, of course, "Celebrate" is incredible. But so many: Primal Fear, Eden's Curse, Tear, so many things. Um, is there any sessions that you've done recently? I look at what you've done, and I think so afraid I'm missing something. There's so much out there with your voice on it, and I want to hear all of it. But
Thank you.
is there something that you've done recently that we should know about?
Not really. I've been concentrating on finishing Amor Vincit Omnia, and I've extended my daily work hours because apparently uh, my pupils or schools out there in Switzerland need people to be around to work more. So I've worked very hard and more than I ever did in my whole life when it comes to having a regular job. And it's been a very important experience for me to deepen my experience with children with special needs, working at different school at times and sometimes doing replacements. It's been a very busy period of time. So there hasn't been much of guest vocals lately, I have to say that. But you can always have me, you know.
There's a lot
I'm
out
always
there.
happy. I'm always waiting. So, but as soon as we'll be moving to Norway, I will reduce a bit, and because there will be the teachers in Norway work less than teachers in Switzerland. Full stop. That's the way it is. So, so I will have more time for music. So I'll be waiting,
All right.
happily waiting
All
for
right.
invitations.
Very cool, very cool. And let me say that, I admire your work with the children so much.
Thank you.
It is, it's who you are, for sure. And I just love that. Um, well, are you gonna tour? Are you gonna play dates with this? How far do I have to travel to come see you?
Well, okay, Scott. The truth is, I haven't played solo in Scandinavia yet. I played there with my former bands, but I've never played there solo yet. So that's something. That's a door I'm trying to open.
Okay.
By moving to Norway, of course, the chances will be greater that I could do that.
Yeah,
Uh, and I'm closer to you living in Norway, so
a little
maybe
bit.
just yeah, we'll just pass over Greenland and Iceland, and then we'll, you know, land in North America. I would love to do a North American tour and a South American tour. I would love to go out there and play for you guys. So maybe the chances will be greater that this dream will come true. Moving to Norway.
That would be wonderful. We would love to have you here, and
Thank
I
you.
would love to come to Norway and
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would be
that's what I wanted to say. You're always invited to come to know. I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
yeah, yeah, and I will keep in touch for sure.
Yes,
Uh,
for sure.
Liv, I know you got a full day. I so appreciate you. I love you so much. It's
Thank
always
you.
great to have you. And I so look forward to the next time.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Scott, and thanks for being around and supporting me. And every interview has been just a lovely moment. And I hope to see you again soon. Be safe, and
yes,
thanks from the heart. Thank you
yes.
for having me.
Same here. Same here. Love you so much.
Love you too.
Mike
I
I said hello,
will.
please. All
I
right.
will. And you
I,
be safe, Scott. See you
yes.
soon.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.